I'm gonna give you the honest to God's truthful answer in this, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I genuinely believe that this is my own personal biggest challenge in homeschooling. It's the hardest part of homeschooling. Like you, I love my kids dearly as well, but there is something to be said about being with your children 24/7. The good moments are good, but the bad moments, the fighting, the yelling, the complaining, the screaming, the arguing, they're bad. The best thing we ever did for our family, which is possibly not feasible for everybody, is we moved them out into the country where they can run around, play, explore, do all the things outside as often as possible. Cutting off the screens, which this sounds counterintuitive, right? Because your kids are driving you nuts, and one way to keep them quiet and to keep them distracted and to leave you alone so you can actually have a thought of your own would be to put them on a screen, right? The second I turn a movie on or they're playing some interactive game, like they're glued, and I can actually have a few moments to myself. But that ends up backfiring because then they become emotionally unregulated. They think the only way to regulate themselves and to have calm moments is with the help of technology. So I quickly learned that was backfiring, and we cut off all screens. We do it in like little detoxes. So we are not a screen-free family by any means at all. But when I notice them not being able to regulate their own emotions, or they're really going at each other, it kind of builds up over a week-long period. I know we need a detox. I don't do this as a punishment, right? I literally tell them, hey, technology is frying all of our brains, myself included. We're gonna have a little detox. We're gonna go a week long without TV, tablets, the whole nine. Also, I don't care how old your kids are. My oldest is 8, turning 9, and we still do naps or rest time. So my youngest, like, they go down for real naps, which gives me a little bit of a break. But then the ones that don't officially nap, they do rest time where they're staying in their rooms. They can color, they can read, basically do anything quiet, and you're not coming out unless you have to pee. That has really saved my sanity, because even the rough mornings, like where homeschooling is just not going right and nobody's listening, everybody's arguing, I always know, like 1:30 p.m. comes right after lunch, it is rest time. That gives me a little something to look forward to. I also think it's good for them, right? They're overstimulated, and then it just gives them some time to be on their own, be creative, think to themselves, no screens. Just a chance to kind of like decompress from earlier. It is so ironic. My kids are driving me nuts right now. They're all supposed to be laying down and I'm in there screaming at them. Okay, I digress. But truly, like, I do lose my cool, and it can be so overstimulating having 4 kids needing your attention all at the same time. They're still learning how to regulate themselves. I'm trying to be the role model to teach them how to have self-regulation and self-control. That's our biggest thing right now, is the lack of self-control. But how can I expect them to have self-control when I'm flying off the handle all the time? The biggest advice with that one, it sounds so cliche, but like, deep breaths, walking away from the situation. Like when I feel myself building up, I'm getting overstimulated, I'm about to snap, I'm about to start screaming, I have to walk away. Everybody's safe, everybody's in a safe spot. I'm going to my room, I need to walk away, I need to take a few deep breaths, and then we will come out and we will address the situation. It is not all rainbows and butterflies, despite what you might see here on social media, but I will tell you that once you get through the initial, we'll call it like the initiation period, right? Where you're homeschooling your kids, they're not used to it, you're not used to it, trying to establish a schedule, you're trying to be both mom and teacher. Like, there's gonna be an adjustment period, and just, you know, hold on as tight as you can through that. But eventually there does come a time where everybody understands the expectation. It's not this like new rare thing every time they wake up that we're going to sit down and do school or whatever's on the schedule for that day. It's cool because we're getting to see it firsthand. We're seeing their emotional growth, their academic growth. Like, we're not just sending them off to school for 8 hours a day for somebody else to deal with it. We're doing it ourselves in the home. It just takes time.